Native Americans from Oklahoma and across the country are turning their attention to the U.S. Supreme Court. The justices heard arguments today in a case that could affect Native American children as well as tribal sovereignty. Alex Cameron has more from our News on 6 Washington Bureau.
Well, the case before the court, it's actually 4 cases consolidated into one, will determine the constitutionality of ICWA, the Indian Child Welfare Act. And Oklahoma tribal leaders say this is critically important.
So important that Native Americans from across the country were on the courthouse steps today to explain why the 1978 law is necessary.
I often hear from kids they just don't feel like they fit in.
Angela Connor is the director of foster care and adoption for the Choctaw Nation. She says the priority ICWA gives to placing Native children with Native families helps keep Native communities whole and gives the child a sense of belonging to that community.
And if you're adopted out to non-Native family, you're lost oftentimes to that community as well as your family.
But petitioners argued today ICWA not only went beyond Congress's authority to govern Indian affairs, but violates the Constitution's guarantee of equal protection, which bars discrimination based on race.
If we're reduced to a racial classification, we've really eroded so much of Indian law in this country that it would be difficult to repair.
With the Cherokee Nation being party to the case, Principal Chief Chuck Hoskin was there for what turned into more than 3 hours of arguments.
Anyone who sat through the proceedings that I sat through today knows that the justices got a full analysis of the law and the relevant facts, and I believe they'll come down on the side of finding ICWA constitutional.
Dear Heavenly Father,
For Angela Connor, it's important enough to pray for.
and we just believe that the Lord's going to hear our prayer and that ICWA's going to be upheld and our children are going to be protected.
In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.